Hello students, in today's class we are going to solve JEE previous year questions on work, energy and power. This is disclaimer. So our question is identify correct statements from the following. So there is a 5 statements and you have to find out the correct statements. So statement A, work done by a man in lifting a bucket out of a well by means of a rope tied to the bucket is negative. B. Work done by gravitational force in lifting a bucket out of a well by a rope tied to bucket is negative. C. Work done by the friction on a body sliding down in an inclined plane is positive. And work done by an applied force on a body moving on a rough horizontal plane with uniform velocity is 0. E. Work done by the air resistance on an oscillating pendulum is negative. Choose the correct answer from the options given below. So option A is B, D and E only. Option B, B and D only. Option C, B and E only. And option D, A and C only. So in which option, uh, in the given options, which one is the correct? You have some time to solve this question. After that, we will provide the solution of this question. So please solve and think about it. Let's see the correct option of this question. So the correct option is C, B and E only. It means B and E statement is correct. So we will solve this question using concept 5.1. So if we talk about B, the work done by gravitational force in lifting a bucket out of a well by a rope tied to the bucket is negative, because here the concept is work done by a force is negative when work force is acting in opposite direction of displacement. It means uh, the force and displacement both are having different direction, so the angle between them is 180 degree. So we know the formula of the work done, that is W is equal to FD cos theta. So here theta is 180 degree. So cos 180 degree is -1. That's why work done by a force is negative. If we talk about the E, work done by air resistance on an oscillating pendulum is negative, because here the gravitational force is acting vertically downward and we can say gravitational force while lifting a bucket and due to air resistance on oscillating pendulum are negative. It means the direction of force and air resistance both are anti-parallel. So here the angle is 180 degree. So again we can say if the angle is 180 degree, so by the formula of the work done, that is the W is equal to FD cos theta. So here theta is 180 degree. So we can say cos 180 minus 1. So W is equal to less than 0. It means negative. Clear? The ratio of powers of two motors is root 3 into root x divided by root x plus 1. This is the ratio of powers of two motors that are capable of raising 300 kg water in 5 minutes and 50 kg water in 2 minutes respectively from a well of 100-meter deep. The value of x will be what? So in this question you have to find out the value of x. The given options, option A is 4, option B 2.4, option C 16 and option D 2. So which one is the correct? Please solve this question. You have some time. Let's see the solution of this question. So the correct option is C 16. Solution. We will solve this question using concept 5.1 and 5.10. So if we talk about motor A, so the power will be force into velocity. So here force is F1 and velocity speed is V1. Let this is equation first. So given that the M is equal to 300 kg. So just put the value of M. So you will be get the force, that is mg equal to 300 into 10. So it will be 3000 Newton. Yes or no? And D is equal to 100 meter. And T is equal to 5 minute. that is equal to 300 second. So first of all we will calculate the V1, speed of V1 is d divided by t. So here distance is 100 and time is 300 second. So it will be 1 by 3 meter per second. Clear? Similarly, we will calculate V2. So we know power of motor A is equal to F1 V1. So power of motor A is equal to force, that is 3000 Newton into V1. V1 is the speed raising of water, that is 3000 into 1 by 3. So when we solving this, you will be get power of motor A is equal to 1000 watt. So if we talk about for motor B, M is equal to 50 kg. So force is mass into G. So here mass is 50 kg, that is given in this question, and G is 10. So when we solving this, you will be get 500 Newton. And D displacement is 100 meter. T2 2 minute, it means 120 second. So now we will calculate V2. So it will be d by t. So d is 100 and t is 120. So when we calculating this, you will be get 5 by 6 meter per second. Now we will calculate the power of motor B. So power of motor B is force into velocity. Yes or no? So here force we already calculated, that is 500 Newton, and velocity is 5 by 6 meter per second. This is for motor B. Don't be confused here. So the power is 2500 divided by 6. Clear? Now the ratio of power of motor A to power of motor B is equal to 1000 divided by 2500 divided by 6. So PA divided by PB is equal to 12 by 5. So let this is equation second. So PA divided by PB is equal to 3 into root x divided by root x plus 1. This is given in this question. Now we will compare, yes or no, equation second and given ratio of the power of the motors. When we compare, then we will get the value of x. So when we compare, it will be 3 into root x divided by root x plus 1 is equal to 12 by 5. And this comes from equation second. Clear? Now 3 into root x divided by root x plus 1 is equal to 12 by 5. So cross multiplying, you will get 15 into root x is equal to 12 into root x plus 12. So it will be after cancel out 3 into root x is equal to 12. So 15 root x minus 12 into root x, it will be 3 into root x equal to 12. So root x is equal to 4. So taking square root both side, you will be get x is equal to 16. Clear? A particle experiences a variable force, that is F is equal to 4x I cap plus 3y square j cap in a horizontal xy plane. Assume distance in meters and force in Newton. If the particle moves from point 1 to to 0.23 in xy plane, the kinetic energy changes by what? So in this question you have to find out the kinetic energy. Given options: option A 50 joule, option B 12.5 joule, option C 25 joule, and option D 0 joule. So which one is correct? Please solve this question. You have some time. Let's see the solution of this question. So the answer is 25 joule. We will solve this question using concept 5.3. Given the force is 4x I cap plus 3y square j cap. So particle moves from the coordinates is 1 2 to 2 3. So here we will use the work energy theorem. So according to work energy theorem, the change in kinetic energy means final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy is equal to work done, or we know work done is equal to integration f dot dr. So we know the value of f and we know the value of r. So when we put the value of f, you will be get integration limit is 1 from 1 to, if we talk about x axis, so the coordinates is 1 and 2, and if we talk about y axis, the coordinates is 2 and 3. So this is the limits. So delta k is equal to integration 4x I cap plus 3y square j cap dot dx I cap plus dy j cap. So now we will take dot product. So now solving for delta k. So delta k is equal to integration 1 to 2 4x dx plus integration 2 to 3 3y square dy. So now we will solve integration. So the integration of x dx, so it will be x square by 2. 4 is a constant, so it comes outside, and the lower limit is 1, upper limit is 2, plus 3 into y cube divided by 3, lower limit 2 and upper limit 3. So this is the integration of the terms. So put the value of limits, so you will be get 2 into 2 square minus 1 square, because this 2 and this 4 are cancelled out, the remaining term is 2, plus here 3 cancel out, the remaining term 3 cube minus 2 cube. So solving this, 2 into the square of 2 is 4 minus 1, it will be 3, plus cube of 3 is 27 minus cube of 2 is 8. So it will be 27 minus 8. So 2 3 ja 6 and 27 minus 8 19. So when we adding this, that is 25 joule. It means the kinetic energy changes by 25 joule. Clear? For a body projected at an angle with the horizontal from the ground, choose the correct statement. Option A, horizontal component of velocity is 0 at the highest point. Option B, vertical component of momentum is maximum at the highest point. Option C, gravitational potential is maximum at the highest point. Option D, gravitational energy, kinetic energy is 0 at the highest point of the projectile motion. So you have to find out the correct statement. Please solve this question and think about it. Let's see the answer of this question. So the correct option is C. Gravitational potential energy is 0 at the highest point. So we will solve this question using concept 3.1.3. At the highest point during the projectile motion, the velocity of the projectile in vertical direction becomes 0, but it has horizontal component of velocity. So at the highest point, as we seen here, at the highest point, the velocity of vertical component is 0. So potential energy, gravitational potential energy is maximum. But here kinetic energy is, what about the kinetic energy? So the kinetic energy is not 0. Why? Because there is a two components along x-axis and along y-axis. Clear? So at highest point, gravitational potential energy is maximum. Because of this, kinetic energy will not be equal to 0. Gravitational potential energy is maximum at the highest point, and it is equal to mgh is equal to mg into u square sine square theta divided by 2g. A bullet of mass 200 gram having initial kinetic energy 90 joule is shot inside a long swimming pool as shown in the figure. A bullet is shot inside the swimming pool. If its kinetic energy reduced to 40 joule within 1 second, the minimum length of the pool the bullet has to travel so that it completely comes to rest is what? So given options, option is 45 meter, option B 90 meter, option C 125 meter, and option D 25 meter. So what will be the minimum distance at which the bullet comes to rest? Please solve this question, you have some time. Let's see the solution of this question. So the correct option is A, 45 meter. We will solve this question using concept 2.12.3 and 5.7. So given terms, the mass of the bullet is 200 gram. So we need to convert gram to kilogram. So it will be 0.2 kg. So initial kinetic energy 90 joule. After 1 second, kinetic energy is 40 joule according to question. And time taken t is equal to 1 second. So as we know, the formula of the kinetic energy in terms of momentum, that is p square divided by 2m. So momentum will be p square is equal to 2m kinetic energy. So momentum is equal to under root 2m kinetic energy. So we know momentum is equal to mass into velocity. So it will be mv is equal to under root 2m kinetic energy. So v will be what? 1 by m into under root 2m kinetic energy. Clear? Now velocity is this one, 1 by m under root 2m kinetic energy. So just put the value of given terms and you will be get the initial kinetic energy, u, initial speed. So it will be 1 divided by 0.2, that is the mass. 0.2 is the mass into under root 2 into 0.2 into 90. So when we solving, you will be get u is equal to 30 meter per second. Similarly, we will calculate v. So it will be 1 by m. So 1 divided by 0.2 into under root 2 into 0.2 into 40. 40 is the final kinetic energy. So it will be v is equal to 20 meter per second. Clear? Now calculating acceleration experienced by the bullet. So we know acceleration is final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time interval. So here the acceleration 20 minus 30 divided by 1. So it will be minus 10 meter per second square. If bullet came to rest, in that case s is equal to u square divided by 20, which is equal to 45 meter. We will use the formula here, v square equal to u square plus 2as. So here v is equal to 0. So the remaining term is equal to 0 equal to u square plus 2as. So s will be this one. So s is equal to 45 meter. Clear? A body of mass 0.5 kg travels on a straight line path with velocity v is equal to 3x square plus 4 meter per second. The net work done by the force during its displacement from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 2 meter is what? So in this question you have to find out the net displacement. Given options: option A 64 joule, option B 60 joule, option C 120 joule, option D 128 joule. So which one is correct? Please solve this question. Let's see the solution of this question. So the correct option is B, 60 joule, using concept 5.1 and 5.7. So given mass is 0.5 kg, velocity is 3x square plus 4 meter per second. Initial position x1 is equal to 0 meter. Final position x2 is equal to 2 meter. So according to work energy theorem, the work is equal to change in kinetic energy. Final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. So we know the formula of the kinetic energy, that is half mv square. So just put the value of formula. So you will be get work done is equal to 1 by 2 in 1 by 2 into m into final square of final velocity minus square of initial velocity. So solving, use v is equal to 3x square plus 4. So initial velocity is 3 into 0 square plus 4, because the initial position x is equal to 0. This is given in this question. So initial speed is equal to 3 into 0 square plus 4. So it will be 4. And if we talk about the final velocity, so it will be 3 into 2 square plus 4, because displacement is x is equal to 2 meter. So final velocity is 16 at x is equal to 2. So put the value of final velocity and initial velocity and mass in the formula of the work. So it will be 1 by 2 into 0.5 into 16 square minus 4 square. Clear? Now we will solve for W. So solving for W, W is equal to 1 by 4 into 240. So W is equal to 60 joule. Clear? A stone is projected at an angle 30° to the horizontal. The ratio of kinetic energy of the stone at point of projection to its kinetic energy at the highest point of flight will be what? Given options: option A 1:2, option B 4:1, option C 1:4, option C 1:4, and option D 4:3. So which option is correct? Please solve this question. You have some time. Let's see the solution of this question. So the correct option is D, 4:3. We will solve this question using concept 3.1.1. So kinetic energy of the particle at point of projection So the point of projection, this one. So we know projectile motion, when we throw a stone from a horizontal surface with some angle, so it follow a trajectory, or we can say parabola path. So that path is known as projectile path, or motion is known as projectile motion. So the kinetic energy of particle at point of projection, it will be k1 is equal to 1 by 2 mu square. This is the initial speed of projection. Clear? Now kinetic energy at highest point. So this is the highest point. So at the highest point there is a two speed. First along y-axis, second along x-axis. If we talk about along y-axis, the speed is 0. If we talk about along x-axis, the speed is u cos theta. Yes or no? So kinetic energy at the highest point is k2 is equal to 1 by 2 mu square cos square theta. So cos theta is 30 degree. Angle of projection is 30 degree. So just put the value of theta and find out the answer. You will be get 1 by 2 mu square cos square 30 degree. So 1 by 2 mu square cos square 30 degree. So solving this, you will be get 1 by 2 mu square into cos 30 root 3 by 2 squaring. After squaring, it will be root 3 by 2 whole square. So solving this term, you will be get 3 by 4 k1. It means the ratio of the kinetic energy k1 divided by k2 is equal to 4 by 3 at theta 30 degree. This is our answer. A body of mass m dropped from a height h reaches the ground with a speed of 0.8 into under root gh. The value of work done by the air friction is what? So in this question, you have to find out the value of work done by the air friction. Given options: option A minus 0.68 mgh, option B mgh, option C 1.64 mgh, option D 0.64 mgh. So which option is correct? Please solve this question. Let's see the solution of this question. So the correct option is A, minus 0.68 mgh. We will solve this question using concept 5.5. So given initial height is h, final velocity 0.8 into gh into root gh, mass m, acceleration due to gravity g. So to solve this question, we will use work energy theorem. That is, total work is equal to change in kinetic energy. So total work is work due to gravity plus work due to air friction is equal to change in kinetic energy, that is final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. So work done due to air friction is equal to kinetic energy final minus kinetic energy initial minus work done due to gravity. Yes or no? This is simple mathematics. So putting the values, you will be get final kinetic energy means 1 by 2 m square of final velocity minus initial kinetic energy, that is 1 by 2 m square of vi minus work done due to gravity, so that is mgh. Clear? Now we will put the numerical values in this equation. So it will be 1 by 2 mv square minus 1 by 2 mu square. Here u is the 0 minus mgh. So it will be work done due to air friction is equal to 1 by 2 m into speed is 0.8 into root 2 gh whole square minus mgh. Clear? So work done is equal to 1 by 2 m into 0.64 gh minus mgh. So solving this, you will be get 0.32 mgh minus mgh. So it will be what? After subtraction, W is 0.32 minus 1 mgh. So final answer is minus 0.68 mgh. Clear? Sand is being dropped from a stationary dropper at a rate of 0.5 kilogram per second on a conveyor belt moving with a speed velocity of 5 meter per second. The power needed to keep belt moving with the same velocity will be what? So in this question you have to find out the power. Given options, option A 1.25 watt, option B 2.5 watt, option C 6.25 watt, and option D 12.5 watt. So which option is correct? Please solve this question. You have some time. Let's see the solution of this question. So sand is being dropped from stationary dropper at a rate of 0.5 kg per second on a conveyor belt moving with a velocity 5 meter per second. We have to find out the power. So power is 12.5 watt. So we will solve this question using concept 5.10.2. Given the rate of sand dropped is dm upon dt, that is 0.5 kg per second. This is given. So velocity is 5 meter per second and force applied on weld is F is equal to dp upon dt. So it will be what? It will be F is equal to m into dv upon dt plus v into dm upon dt. Here we use the dot product. We know p is equal to mass into velocity. So just put the value of mass into velocity and take the dot product. You will be get this term. So here dv upon dt is 0. So remaining term is F is equal to v into dm upon dt. So here F is equal to V into dm upon dt. So F is equal to 5 into 0.5. So it will be 2.5 Newton. That is V is 5 meter per second and dm upon dt is 0.5 kg per second. Now we know the formula of the power, that is force into speed. So 2.5 is the force and the speed is 5. So it will be 12.5 watt. Clear? Thank you for your attention.